Okay, so our first lesson on matrices. A matrix is, or matrix, I don't really know. Let's call it matrix. That is more cool, isn't it? Okay? So we can, for example, look at a matrix like this. 2, 1, minus 1, 0. Okay? It's a mathematical creature. Okay? That's all it is, a mathematical idea. Arranging numbers in columns and rows. You can have another one, 3, minus 1, 2, 0, 1, 3. That's another matrix. Okay? Now, a bit of, what's the word, motivation. Why are we doing matrices? So, matrices are used a lot in physics. Okay? Graph theory, which we did until now, that is, I've never come across that before. I find that interesting. That's more for computer science. Matrices, I'm sure are used in many other ways, but I know them from my physics degree is you really need matrices. So what we're going to do this year, we're going to use them for transformation. So we'll talk about that. Next year, we're going to look into solving system of linear equations. So these things help us to solve systems of linear equations. That might sound like, what is that? You actually do that. You already know how to solve some simultaneous equation. That's what you call it in high school. Okay? But for me, really, the main thing is it's in quantum mechanics. So quantum mechanics is the most amazing, insane theory in science, and the one that predicts the results the best. And one of the formulation is using matrices. So if you ever think of doing physics, you will definitely use matrices. Okay? So that's just me trying to sell it. So what we're going to do now is learn a few basics things. It's just recap from last year. Okay? And we're not going to even do all the stuff we did last year. I'm just going to go through the stuff that you need to know for this year. Okay? So a matrix has a lot of elements. These things are called elements, just numbers. Okay? Now you can have, they have certain rows and columns. So this matrix, you can write it as, it's a 2 by 2, right? 2 rows, 2 columns. Okay? This one is going to be 2 by 3. Easy, right? Now you might say, sometimes you'll give a letter that describe this matrix. So this whole matrix can be used by the letter A. And this could be the letter B. Okay? Now, we don't really do it so much here, but I think it's worthwhile knowing that you can say, right, A11 is equal to. So the element of A, which is the first is 2. A12 is going to be 1. Okay? It's the first, that's the row, and that's the column. A21 will be equal to 1. Second row, first column.
Which one's the wrong column?
That's rows and that's columns.